Hey guys, it's Lethal Port and we're continuing on with Jade Empire. And sorry for the fan sound. It's very hot here today. And unfortunately I can't really help with that at the moment. But let's continue. We shall go and see what we can see.
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been fascinating to me. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself.
Tell me more about the layout.
There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the market district, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic. If you cross the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way, a rich and luxurious place. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason.
Tell me more about the immediate...
Just over there is the Imperial Arena, where you can test your skills in the finest competition in the land, or grab a drink at the heart of the Empire Tavern within. Out by the waterway you can find the city gates and all manner of merchants hawking their wares. There's also a path off the market district that leads up to the Black Leopard School, home to an ancient order that studies the ways of combat.
None of this is actually going into my head, but I'll get there eventually. Let's hear some more about the places...
The Scholar's Garden is a wonder to behold. It is decorated with rocks taken from the Valley of Sprightly Stones. The finest minds in the Empire congregate in the garden. If you have a taste for history, the necropolis is accessible from the Golden Way as well. A city of the dead, the necropolis is filled with tombs of rich and poor alike.
What of the Lotus Assassins?
If you were wise, you would not look for the Lotus Assassins. They keep their secrets close, and even spreading rumors can catch their attention.
You can tell me as a favor. I need to know where to
How many travelers wander too close to their lair from simple ignorance, I wonder? There are rumors of a secret entrance into a fortress the Lotus Assassins call their own. The entrance may be in the necropolis, which is off the Golden Way. If you're smart, you'll go no closer to that place than this question. Just over there is the Imperial Arena, where you can test your skills in the finest competition in the land, or grab a drink at the heart of the Empire Tavern within. Out by the waterway you can find the city gates and all manner of merchants hawking their wares. There's also a path off the market district that leads up to the Black Leopard School, home to...
Okay, I think I've got that.
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Would you be able to help me?
I know many people in the city, but it is impossible to know everyone. Who do you seek?
I'm searching for a man.
I'm sorry, I can't say I know anyone by that name. Maybe you can look up at the Black Leopard School, across the waterway and up the grassy path.
How would I speak?
Speak with...
Hand?
Are you mad? No one simply speaks with Death's Hand. He is the commander of the Imperial Army and the Emperor's most trusted servant. No, you do not speak with Death's Hand, and even presuming that you are worthy of that honor is considered treason. I know you're new to the Imperial City, but the Lotus Assassins are everywhere. They do not tolerate treason or sedition, and casual questions can be viewed as such.
I'll be back if I have
A pleasure to be of service. Enjoy your stay here.
What have I got on my thing at the moment? Like this one. Okay, charm is my highest thing. Current. Just have to keep an eye on that.
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description. Keep an eye out for a young woman covered from head to toe in plum-colored armor. Reports suggest that she may be a demon spirit able to change her form at will. Do not try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
The Scourge of the South. I wonder how many people I'd have to steal from to get a name like that. With that description, they'll never find you.
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the south. Many innocents have suffered at the hands of the Scourge.
District. That's the gates.
Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum? I was told that there were some new warriors in town looking for work, though none of them matched your description. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories.
What criminals?
Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads. I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work?
I'm interested. Tell me what
These
you need
two
done.
scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
This could be an entertaining diversion, and a good way to earn some extra silver.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you. A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis. Creative Yukong has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial arena.
I want to hear about
Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she'd escaped to the necropolis.
Why was nothing done?
Well,
to
as
catch
I
it
said,
earlier?
she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that rat's nest. More frankly, there isn't enough money to make it worth my effort.
Could I see
The gates
symbol?
between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash.
Let's hear the details surrounding Creative
Yukong
Yukong.
fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial arena if we needed her. You could start there.
What
She
did
knows the
tell me?
details of the theft better than I. Lord Rento was reluctant to discuss them. Yukong could be anywhere or anyone, and Lady Rento is the only lead we have. What else can I help you with?
What can you tell
This
me
is
about
the
city?
Market District. If you cross this bridge, you'll reach the Golden Way, the Scholar's Garden, and the Necropolis. The Black Leopard School is up the hill on the far side of the waterway, and the Imperial Arena is here in the Market District.
Oh, alright. Could I ask you more specific?
Of course not. I'm on duty here. Find Bai the Outcrier near the arena. He's paid well to answer those kinds of questions.
Do you have any information on the criminal?
I know little
assassins?
more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous Southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony and causing countless deaths.
It sounds to me as if the assassins are worried. Is there a bounty on the Scourge
Not
of
as
the
such.
South?
The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention.
I wonder if we're being told the whole story, could this criminal be justified in their actions?
The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them?
Sounds like you're angling for a quick promotion.
A good
That's
name,
enough
is
about
it
the
not?
Scourge of the South.
Drives fear into the commoners. Yes, that miscreant will be turned in soon enough. And pity the scourge that shows up in my city. Right you are.
Go.
Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
I'm not here to be your guide. Talk to Bai the Outcrier if you need directions.
Cute. Don't know if I've ever actually, well, I probably
of
have
sheer-
since I've played this so much, but can't remember that being a thing.
If there are...
I think, yeah, there's the Imperial and Recon. This way.
Owo sayir uyukap wo taro
There was a
owo.
drought here a long time ago, but it's hard to believe there's water everywhere. Well, this is the prison cages for the things. Inferior monk gem, configuration of the dragon. Okay, then it must be here. Something about this strange poem made it stick in your mind. Configurations guided by the tiger burn bright as the cauldron bubbles in the night. The cogs whirl their graceful dance, but they grow tired unless they drink of the water infused with sulfur. So I've got this, which I think is probably PowerA, isn't it? Course configuration. The tiger feeds on the stone of the cow, torn from the bovine's innards, all but the cogs are watching, waiting and active, so the cogs turned off, waiting for the tiger to feed. So I need the tiger. Configuration provided by the tiger. Burns bright as the cauldron bubbles in the night. Cogs whirl with a graceful dance, but they grow tired unless they drink of the water infused with sulfur. Well, I haven't got that. I can't wait until I can do that. I like that area. For multiple reasons, but also because that was where I was first flirty with Sky. Gem of Foresight. 9+2 evading traps costs no focus. This object has been called an essence gem by the few who know its existence, but none of those who speculate on it have ever truly held it in their hand. It gives the wielder a flash of insight into the future, sharpening his mind and allowing him to avoid danger completely, should he choose to do so. let's just keep it like that for now.
Talk to Junda if you'd like to buy some buns.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, quick, now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My husband has the manners of a strutting cock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now. You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk. Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there anything we can help you with? We've got fresh buns. Just made them myself.
Do you mind if I ask you to some questions?
Talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
Who are you two?
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells.
What can you tell me of the Imperial
There is
City?
much to tell about the city, but we do need to sell the buns while they're fresh. Perhaps you could be more specific?
Tell me about the key landmarks in the city.
Why don't you go and check out the Imperial Arena? It's a prosperous place to sell buns, especially before a big fight.
You and those fights. I can't stand watching them. I prefer to take walks by the wall or just gaze at the magnificent palace.
Can you tell me about that
What's to
arena?
tell? Fighters fight, spectators watch, gamblers gamble. It's just like any other arena, except the level of competition is very high here. I'd talk to Kui, the promoter, if you really want to know more about the arena. He talks more than you do, but at least he buys my buns.
What can you tell me about the tavern?
It's busy, but it's a good place to get information and meet people. Best wine in the Empire, too.
How would you know, you lazy lout? You've never been outside the city in your life. Best in the Empire. Ha! Probably the only wine you've ever had.
I'd like to know more about the wall in...
The wall is magnificent. It just keeps growing. Though I pity the criminals who are forced to work there. Very few ever return. The palace is truly one of our greatest treasures. The heavens have indeed blessed our empire greatly to give us such a beautiful edifice.
It's unnatural, I say. Just floating up in the air. Emperor or no, it's not right to live in a place that just floats like that.
I want to talk to you something
What
else
did
about
you
the
want
city.
to know?
I'd like to know about more about the various
Well,
districts.
this district is called the Market District. This is where most of the buying and selling happens. Most of the lower classes live and work here.
And die here, too. Not like those nobles and wealthy merchants over in the Golden Way or in the Scholars Garden. Born into a life of luxury. Must be nice.
Yes, dear. Life has been cruel, hasn't it? Good work, a wonderful family, and many friends. Poor Junda. Next you'll blame the nobles for your backaches, too.
Could I...
Yes,
to
yes,
the
more
routine
questions.
questions.
Are you sure I couldn't interest you in a bun? They're nice and fresh. Or at least they were when we started talking.
Tell me what you know about the...
Death's Hand. Now, there's a name you don't hear often. I'm just a simple bun seller, but even I know enough to be careful who I utter that name around.
For once we agree, husband. Death's Hand is a walking nightmare. It is said that if you see him coming, then it's already too late. But enough of wives' tales. Just be careful who you mention that name to, unless you wish to draw bad attention to yourself.
I'm searching for Master Lee.
If he hasn't bought a bun for me, I likely don't know him. Come to think of it, if he hasn't bought a bun for me, I don't want to know him.
Junda, you withered old coconut! What's your problem? There's more to life than selling these buns, you know. I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of your friend either, and I'm not sure what you mean by master. Try the Scholar's Garden. The people there might know your friend.
Let's see what else I should
Go
be
then.
doing.
I have buns to sell, and it doesn't look like you're buying.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to. Much like an ache in the bones if it lasts long enough. Eventually, you learn to ignore it. Good day to you.
Good day. So, this is...
Good day, citizen. Some minor thing I can help you with?
You'll only help me with minor
It's the
things?
Honorable Lotus Assassins, you see. They feel that those of us dedicated to the Imperial Army are nothing more than louts to be ordered about. Any member of the army, even city guard, is expected to defer any major disturbances to them. Makes me about as useful as a lamppost.
Can you tell me about
This area is known as the Market District. Predictably, plenty of merchants set up their shops around here, and it's usually bustling. On the north side of the district is the Imperial Arena. The heart of the Empire Tavern in the upper level is a nice place to relax. What else? Oh, yes. There's the Black Leopard School up on the hill on the south side. Lots of skilled warriors get their start there. What district are you looking for? To reach the necropolis, you need to go to the Golden Way first. Once there, you can ask another guard, if you're still lost. To reach the Golden Way, go into the pavilion on the north side of the garden and make your way through the rooms of illumination. When you reach the large wooden pavilion, exit its west side and proceed down the hill to the south. The garden is just off the Golden Way, so you need to head there first. One of the guards in there can take you the rest of the way if you need. The Golden Way is through a gate in the southeast corner of this district, just up a broad flight of steps that lead up from a courtyard.
That's all the
Pleasure.
directions I need, thank you.
Anything else?
Can you tell me anything
I'm
other
afraid
than
not.
directions?
I'm on duty, and it's imperative that I remain focused on what few tasks I'm still deemed capable of performing. A fellow guard once paused for idle chit-chat with a woman. She went to the Lotus Assassins with the story of his inattentiveness. Next thing you know, he's arrested for threatening the security of the Empire with his lax ways. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't want to share his fate.
Fair enough.
Be about your business and stay out of trouble. Pleasure to be of service.
So this is to the Black Leopard School. We'll probably go to the tavern first, but I just want to check out.
Welcome, welcome. Did someone from the Black Leopard schools head you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale? Here you go.
Yes, I would.
There's quite a lot, so take your time.
Okay. Dragon Sword. Weapon style, artifact weapon. Drains focus plus 25, damage over basic sword style. As an artifact weapon, the Dragon Sword will replace less powerful swords. When purchased before his departure to the unknown, the Celestial Dragon crafted the first true warrior, Lu Feng. Through Lu Feng's fists were stronger and quicker than any blade, the Celestial Dragon forged the Dragon Sword to give the warrior a weapon worthy of his skill. Hard as dragon scales and sharp as dragon's teeth, it is still one of the most formidable swords in the Empire. Bar of nickeled iron. This bar is made of iron, alloyed with nickel, producing a far stronger metal referred to by some smiths as steeled iron or simply steel. Grab that. Craftsman's Litany. Focus +5. Many craftsmen repeat litanies in their heads while they work, the repetition helping them focus. A warrior who has learned the power of such exercises can adapt their meditative nature to the battlefield with much the same results. I haven't got what I need there. I'm really going
Hello again. Not
Tell me
much to
about
tell,
yourself.
really. I've been working with the school for almost 20 years, like my father did before me. When they asked me to work for the school exclusively, I accepted. I'd rather have a steady life making weapons by the bunch than doing special orders all the time. And every once in a while, I get to make something unique. The masters have some amazing scrolls describing weapons I never even knew existed.
Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
Well, it's the best of its kind in all the Empire, or at least that's what I'm told. Of course, it's seen better days. Having two masters has really hurt the school, if you ask me. Seems the students spend more time bickering than fighting. But what do I know? If it was me, I'd just kick one of the masters out on his ear. I'd like to tell you which one, too, but I'd better not. Best not to get involved.
I should
Suit yourself. I have a lot of work to do. Good day.
Good day. What do you even look like? Okay, and then this is the way to go. Oh, this is a little house. I knew that's what it was, but I mean, over here, that way, that's the golden way. The History of Flight, Volume 4. Sometime after Scholar Shu Wen and his prototype flyer disappeared, an apprentice from the Imperial City discovered the scholar's cryptic notes, detailing the use of the inscrutable power source. The apprentice showed the information to his master, General Song Tao. Song Tao was an engineer before he joined the army, and he recognized the potential of the scholar's work. He convinced Emperor Sun Siwen to fund a project to develop a flyer for use in the army. The Emperor agreed readily, and after several months of trying, the first true flyer was created. Within a year, the skies near the Imperial Palace were filled with flyers. Though the safety of the new flyers was questionable, it didn't take long for others to adopt and improve upon the design.
Lost, citizen?
What can you
This
tell me
area
about
is known as the
area?
Market District. Predictably, plenty of... On the north side of the... What? Be about...
The same stuff. Yep, the golden way. God, it's a dog. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so cute. It's a shih tzu, I think. Well, it looks like a shih tzu.
I've missed the city. For everything wrong with the Empire right now, this place reminds me of what we're trying to save. Always
Okay,
happy
hello.
to help. What do you need? At this
What's on
exact
your mind right
instant?
now?
I'm sorry, but if I'm going to be honest, and I think that honesty is the best policy here, then I can't tell you. You inspire the occasional distracted moment, and who am I to fly in the face of decorum?
I don't mind if you can distract away. Thinking something you shouldn't be, Sky? Since when have you been concerned with decorum? Just how am I inspiring these distractions? Whoa, down boy. There's more than I wanted to know. No. Let's see.
Probably, though I have high hopes that one day I'll rectify that situation.
How do you intend to achieve that goal? Which situation? The thoughts, or that you shouldn't be having them?
Only time will provide a solution. We'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. It's not that I don't want to talk, but I know time is of the essence, and I'd hate to hold you up. I'd be more comfortable if we made some more progress towards the palace before I use up any more of your time with my thoughts. Of course. I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay, come on. Let's go.
The Scourge associates with nefarious fox spirits.
Let's go to the tavern. Wait, where did we have to go to Golden Way to see the princess. Meet me in the pavilion at the entrance to the Scholar's Garden. Well, I'll go to her eventually. She doesn't look like she was standing straight. Or was that like some weird illusion going on there?
That's why my men brought you to me. I wanted to finish this personally.
But I...
Don't even try to make this better. You should have won that fight, Zhang, but you suddenly developed that blind spot, didn't you? Did the glint of silver get in your eye?
Joe, honestly, I...
You needed something for to witness one?
Yes, I need to speak with you in private. It seems Warrior Zhang has decided to retire.
I'm finished here. If you're here to fight, do what they tell you. You couldn't see for yourself? I was just retired from the Imperial arena. Guess my spot in the roster is yours if you want it. Go find Kui the promoter if you think you can fill my shoes. He's always upstairs in the third room over or so, and looking for new blood. I'm taking what I have left from my winnings and leaving.
Don't pester me, or I'll find something to arrest you for.
The fights in this arena are the best in the Empire.
You? What could you possibly want? You're not here to bet, are you? Betting's only open when there's a match on, and right now, I don't see hundreds of people screaming at me, so I can assume there's no match on.
When will there be?
When Kui the promoter gets around to setting one up. Go bother him if you really have to know this instant. Of course, he'll take one look at you and say, there's a new fish to throw into the ring. Good money if you fight for him, but that's your business and no care of mine. If you want to find Kui, he'll be upstairs, usually in the fighter's room, just past where the nobles marinate in their own decadence.
How does
right now,
betting
it
work?
doesn't. No match, no bets. That's not so hard, is it? And don't ask how it works when a match is on. I'm not your teacher. Come to think of it, you look a bit strapping. Why not fight instead of talking to me? Kui the promoter's your man.
I'll get back to a... I'll let you get back to a
Good,
standing
you do
there.
that. I need all the quiet I can get before the matches start. Have to build it up so I don't go insane when the crowds come.
Gonna go behind? Nope. Imperial champions. Gaze upon these words with reverence, for they offer some small slice of the history of the most glorious contest in the arena. The contestants in the arena. The Ravager, deadly, cold, and precise. The Ravager refuses to speak and shows no care for the crowd. but none can question his deadly strength. Wildly popular with the more bloodthirsty members of our crowd, the Ravager's rare fights are always sold out. Raging Ox. All of the Imperial City fondly remembers Raging Ox, our recently retired Imperial champion. Quick with a smile and famous for his antics both in and out of the ring, Ox's legend will live many lifetimes. Kai Lan the Serpent. Kai Lan's phenomenal control over magic and his intense focus made him one of the greatest champions to grace the ring of the Imperial arena. Cold and imperious, Kai Lan played to the crowd to cultivate a love-hate relationship that has persisted to this day. Thunderous Tauren.
Welcome! It's always good to see a new face at the counter. If you've got silver to spend, I'll be happy to help you out. I'm known as Thunderous Tauren, and you are my most honored customer right now, so you have all of my attention.
Do you have anything I might be
like
interested
a warrior to my eye, probably not fit for the odds and sods the usual patrons might pick up.
Tell me more about
the man
burrito.
to see is named Kui the Promoter. He knows everything there is to know about this place. Might even be looking for a new body to fill out the roster. This could be your chance. If you're interested, he's usually up in his office, up and around to the back. Stop by again. Miniature Ravager hoods for the kids are coming in any day now. You know you'll want two.
Sure, but I don't have kids currently, so that doesn't really work. Let's talk to...
Are you buying, selling, or both? I'm here to help with all your trading needs.
Golden Tongue. Do I have that? No, I don't think so. Charm +8, Intimidation +8, Intuition +8. The treacherous advisor to the great Emperor Sun Jin ordered the Order of the Lotus to construct this gem. The gem gave the advisor nearly unparalleled manipulative power, but in the end, the powerful Emperor's own skills of persuasion put his ambitious advisor in his place. Lightning gem. Mind +1, 100% chance to evade traps. And chaps. There's only one chap I want to talk to, so named not for its appearance, but for the speed at which its owner acts. This gem sharpens the mind and senses by orders of magnitude. The wearer becomes smarter and quicker, more easily anticipating and evading the unexpected. Am I able to? I don't have enough for that. Gem of Unity. Mind, body, and spirit +3. Only followers of the way of the open palm. You can use this. To find true unity, one must set aside one's egotism and know that all are one. The shared fate of the entire empire matters, not that of the individual. The strength and sacrifices of the empire's greatest heroes empowers those who would tap the power of this gem. Anything else besides the power beetle? Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. The yellow tinged water is in this vial has a strong stench, similar to that of rotten eggs. Tiger mantra. Health +5, focus +5. The tiger relies on strength and speed. It is a symbol of power, passion and power. In the tiger lies the utmost physical ability of an individual. By dedicating yourself to the tiger, you strengthen your body along with your mind. Damn it. Let's see. Anything else? I guess I could do the lower level ones, but I don't really want to. They're not that bad still. more money. Speaking of which, let's go and get some. Lustful
No
Lao.
woman can resist the alluring gaze of lustful Lao. I can say good morning in 7 dialects. Which would you prefer
Good for
I
you.
use tomorrow?
None. I was hoping to ask
I
you
see
some
your
questions.
true question dancing in your marvelous eyes. Yes, I can lift a 2-person rickshaw without my hands. Would you like a demonstration?
Please no. That's impressive, but no, I really just
Not
need
half
evidence.
as impressive as when I lean forward at 45 degrees and yet stand perfectly stable. Now, what are you really here to ask of lustful Lao?
What can you tell me
Worst
about this place?
subject ever. Instead, let me ask you this. What are the 14 essential differences between a bowl of steaming sweetened rice and a night of fiery passion?
Both of them don't involve you? Well, I really can't take this anymore.
Don't know? Perfect. Lustful Lao humbly invites you back to a private room to share some rice at your convenience.
You must be used to dining alone. I'd hate to interrupt.
Close, but I am far more accustomed to dining in groups. We should start slowly so your constitution is not sorely tested, I think.
Dude, I think my constitution is better than yours. Come to think of this, there's nothing I really need to
Alas,
ask you.
we were just getting to know each other and we haven't even reached the best part. If we're lucky, it will make an appearance next time we speak.
Yeah, nah.
In 3 years of traveling, I never found a place more lively than the heart of the Empire. It's nice to be back.
Travelers have been telling a lot of ghost stories recently. Is it really such a problem?
My question is...
Always a pleasure to see a fine young lady at the bar. Not many people stopping by recently. What? This place is busy right now? It is? I hadn't noticed, but you're the customer, so all as you, so it's all as you say. No, look around. It's really busy. Suit yourself. I try not to worry over minor details. Now drink. May I ask you some questions? I just say drinks, but you're welcome to ask whatever you like. What was happening with that man who was roughed up? Can't rightly say. I'm sure it was a misunderstanding of some sort. I didn't really see what happened. It happened right in front of you. How could you not see it? Oh, it's easy to miss such things. Busy drink orders, dirty bowls, any number of things. Don't trouble yourself over such things. Stirring up things that bothered you only summoned them back to do so again. Best to move on. What can you tell me of the Imperial? Why talk about it when you can walk about it? Wander the streets, take in the sights. Don't stay in here if you're curious. What can you tell me about the arena and this tavern? Not much more than what you'd see by looking around yourself. This tavern's the usual setup. You order a drink, you get one, and you either stare at it mournfully or drink it and order another. You should direct questions about the arena to Kui, the promoter. He's usually in the back rooms where the fighters mill about. Goodbye. Until later, I'll be here if you find yourself with a thirst.
If you're here to play, talk to Daoshin.
Okay, I'll talk to him in a second. Zibao. Just go on here first. Eat the puppy pup. Cannibal Cookbook Volume 1. That does not raise my hopes of this place being good. Valued customer. While we appreciate your business, the staff of The heart of the Empire politely requests that you keep your nose out of ours. To assure that you will no longer wish to pry into our recipes, please enjoy this excerpt, recently unearthed in the south. Leg of lamb. This hearty meal was first discovered after Yun Lam, the hunter, stumbled upon our community. For 5 to 10 people, use just one leg. The other can be pickled for later or roasted slowly and smoked to preserve it. For larger groups, use both legs of an adult male or female. Boil the legs in a large pot for 2 hours with the following ingredients: 20 gallons of fresh water, 3 tablespoons of salt, half a cup of rosemary, 3 cups of spiced wine, summer wine is best if you can get it, 3 bags of onions, 4 whole garlic cloves, and a dash of ginger. When the legs have about half an hour left, add some skinned potatoes and leeks. Can be served on the bone or in steaks. Lovely. And that's a shit ton of freaking time. What was it? Rosemary. It was a shit ton of whatever it was. I don't like it anyway.
Out of that, are we? Time to improvise. A dash of this, pinch of that. I need a dollop of something. Careful around the fire. Don't want to get scorched, do you?
I like his voice.
Step back. I only care if I get burned. Get out of my kitchen.
Yeah. Okay, what's the Z-Bap?
Go away, I don't want any.
You sure. Dushan?
I was wondering if you'd wander over here to test your luck. It's hard to resist the rattling call of the dice, isn't it? Gambler Daoshin's the name. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. I wouldn't want to feed my children with tarnished silver, would I? Good odds and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back.
What's the name?
A simple enough game called High-Low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure. The rules are simpler to deduce than the motives of a desperate lad memorizing sappy poetry. You make a simple prediction of high or low. Then we roll. I throw first and you throw second. If you wagered high and roll above me, you double your wager. If you wagered low and roll below me, you also win. If we roll the same, the house takes all.
What kind of bets?
I can take bets of 1 and 5 silver. Nothing extravagant, I know, but Gambler Daoshin plays by the rules.
What rules stop you from...
The kind of rules you ignore only if you're tired of using your arms? I could probably find a way around them if I knew someone who could go into the back room past Kui's office. I think they only let arena folk go back there. Fighters in some of the higher divisions. High-low is easy to learn, and people like it. Why change? Right you are. Educated as an ancient scholar, I hope.
Let's roll the dice. I'd like to try.
That's what I was waiting to hear. So what'll it be? Will your roll be higher or lower than mine? High it is. Higher. Let's see how sure you are. How much will you bet? Let's see how they fall, shall we?
Well, fuck.
Even! House takes the pot on an even bust, my friend. What say we try again? You take care of yourself and come back soon to the best game in the city.
Don't you just love the Imperial Arena? No other place like it in all of the Jade Empire. Were you looking for me? I'm Lady Rento, and I was expecting someone sent by Captain Sen.
I'm here to talk to you about...
Oh, poor Yukong. Captain Sen's still willing to do my husband's bidding and hunt him down, is he? I swear, my husband is insufferable. Yukong's a harmless aspiring actor who asked me if I would act as his patron. Since my husband was away from the city, again, I accepted and gave Yukong a moderate stipend. I thought he was charming.
Why is Yukong wanted for confidence?
That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor. My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge and hope he rams something solid enough to slow him.
How much did you
Probably less than my husband is putting forth as a bounty for poor Yukong. That young man doesn't deserve this.
Do you have any idea where I could find?
I would wager that you'll find him in the Scholars' Garden. Yukong was going to try out for that new play. It's going to be put on soon in the Golden Way, I'm told. Should be exciting to watch. Yukong was going to try out for a role as a scholar, so he may be using his costume to hide in the garden. He's not much of a scholar, so you should be able to spot him.
I should let you get back to
If you happen to find creative Yukong, do go easy on him, would you? The poor boy did nothing wrong, and my husband is being unusually cruel to him. Good luck with your search. I have to get back to the estate. So much to do.
Bye.
Whoa, back up a bit there. Judge Fang doesn't like people blocking his view of the arena. Even a pretty lady like you. You might make him miss out on someone getting their nose broken, or their leg, or even their skull. He was just saying that there hasn't been a good skull fracture for at least a week. It's put him in a foul mood.
Sounds like one sick and twisted man.
I wouldn't call him sick and twisted. That's an insult to sick and twisted people everywhere. Fang's on a whole other level. I never used to believe the stories, but now that I'm working for him, I can honestly say he's the most degenerate and perverted man in the whole Empire. But he pays well, very well. Enough so that we pretend not to see what's going on, though I still feel bad for Breezes sometimes. Gentle Breezes, she's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public. He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him.
Can I
Not without an appointment. And his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the animals. Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him. Good idea. Come back next month. Fang might be taking appointments by then.
Okay, I can do this. I can pick a winner. I know it.
Sure. Oh no, that's Gentle Breezes.
Forget it, lady. I stick with male clients, and right now I'm on Judge Fang's payroll. He doesn't like me branching out to make money on the side. Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch. Fang's always looking for some new perversion to make his little soldier stand at attention. My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things. But at least that sick bastard pays well.
Who is
Judge Fang's the head of the Ministry of Harmony. He's sitting in the next room with his guards.
Oh, that's right.
Likes to come and watch the arena fights. The blood and the beatings in the ring get his fever burning for later. Sometimes that bastard takes it out on me. Other times he makes me take it out on him. He doesn't seem to care either way. There are few things more twisted than Judge Fang's idea of a fun night.
You don't like Fang much, do you?
I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars, emotional and physical. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well.
Why do you
I've
work
thought
for
about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. It's a hard, grim fact, but at least he pays well.
Tell me more
Fang's
about
head of the Ministry of Harmony, so he controls taxes and executions across the Empire. That makes him a very rich and powerful man. Even the Lotus Assassins are wary of Judge Fang, probably because they know he's just as vile and corrupt as they are. All the rumors about him are true. He's the most infamous degenerate in the Imperial City. And I work for him.
Let's ask you something else.
Good.
Okay,
Let me
goodbye.
rest. I've got a feeling I'm in for a long night tonight.
How long will we go? We've been going for 50 minutes. Okay. Well, there's Hui.